Hi, my name is Wiens. I currently live in Bachiniva, Mexico. I have been a missionary in the mountains, the Tarahumara Mountains, for about 5 years in Mexico, and I've been 5 years here in Bachiniva. Currently, I'm a gym teacher, and I teach Bible, and I lead a lot of the devotions here at the school. Something God has really pressed onto my heart and taught me over the last several years of ministry is how important it is to make the Scripture and the stories of the Scripture understandable to every level of literacy, to every level of learning capacity. When I lived up in the mountains, there was a lot of people who were barely literate, and I think my 7-8-year-old son, it was probably as literate as some of the people who were in the congregation at that time. And we put a lot of emphasis, and good emphasis, on expository preaching. And there are people who do that very beautifully. But we need to not be afraid to just tell the simple stories of Scripture and let the stories of Scripture show the character of God and draw people in. The stories of Scripture are so engaging. They're scandalous. They're marvelous, unbelievable, miraculous. And that sticks with people who don't have the capacity to open up the Scriptures in home and read the Bible. They're going to remember the stories better than, the definition of logos in Greek. And so as teachers of the Word, I think God has just shown me to emphasize telling the stories of the Bible and helping people connect to Him through the stories that He's given us. And I think one of the things that really encouraged me into doing this was Jesus' teaching on the parables. There were so many times that Jesus would share a parable and He would just leave it at that. He would just leave the story for the people to chew on. And they would tell that story to their children and so on and so forth. And for generations, for thousands of years, the Scriptures and the stories of creation and Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, Moses have been passed on around campfires, around the dinner table. And so as a teacher of the Word, it's my goal to just tell the stories in a way that engages the people that are listening and allows them to connect to their Creator in a beautiful way. So keep teaching, keep preaching, expository preaching, but don't be afraid to just tell the simple stories of Scripture as they are. Let the Scriptures come to life in the mind of the listener. Thanks.